Welcome
Hey
back.
Pedro, I got a joke for you.
Knock knock. Who's there?
A Welsh person who can't speak Welsh.
Oh,
Her.
well, considering how nonsensical that language is, I don't blame them.
Anyway, welcome to Uncharted 3 Part 6.
Thank you, Dwebs. Anyway, yeah, basically we're trying to find Chloe and Cutter who came ahead of us to the castle.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, Chloe had to rush off and film a trailer for that upcoming Uncharted 4 DLC.
Actually, Dwebs, they've confirmed it's not a DLC for Uncharted 4. It's a standalone game. You'll be able to buy it and use it even if you don't have Uncharted 4.
Alright.
The original plan was
Joe has
to...
abandoned us already.
Okay, well, the original plan was to do an Uncharted 4 DLC episode akin to Last of Us is Left Behind, but eventually it kind of evolved into its own thing. So that it's let's just make a full blown. It doesn't have the length of Left Behind, but at the same time, it's not as long as a natural full blown Uncharted game. It's something in between.
So it's going to be like Infamous First Light then.
Sure. I haven't played it, but I'll take your word for it.
Basically, Infamous First Light is a sort of prequel to Infamous Second Son, and First Light focuses on Laura Bailey's character from Second Son.
Which is a great decision on part of Naughty Dog.
Actually, it wasn't Naughty Dog. It was Sucker Punch.
Oh wait! The Laura Bailey is in Sucker Punch too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't aware.
Remember, Laura Bailey is in everything, or almost. So anyway, we're hanging off a bucket and Nate drowned.
No, don't worry. He can swim, remember?
Yeah, for a second there, I thought Nate somehow dropped himself into the lake, but the water actually comes out of the bottom and he's now there.
See, you see, Remedy, this is how you do a climbing system. Anyway, basically, Shiro, here's an interesting thing for you, a bit of trivia for you. One of our Sausage Fest playthroughs while you're away is Quantum Break, which is a game that also has a lot of mechanics similar to this game, and it also has a climbing system. Here's an interesting thing. You can only climb on some things that developer, unlike this game where you can pretty much climb on anything that seems climbable. In Quantum Break, there will be moments where you can't climb on one truck, but another truck that's right next to it that's the same height, you can climb on that one. It's incredibly selective and scripted.
What kind of sense does that make?
About as much sense as that game's story.
Yeah. Never mind. Hey, Dwebs. That step was a doozy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which is interesting because Neil Druckmann, when he presented the career award to Ken and Roberta Williams, he actually confessed right there on stage that he grew up on King's Quest and he's a huge fan of those games.
I wonder if, the remakes, the redo's almost, I think it's pretty much done now, isn't it?
No, actually, remember, we're still waiting for the epilogue.
Oh yeah, the epilogue, yeah, of course. We can't do that yet. We have to wait for you to do King's Quest 8, Pedro. Basically, Shiri, King's Quest 8 is the black sheep of that series.
That's putting it mildly. It's not even... It's not even. It's a generic action game masked as a King's Quest game. Anyway, there we go. Now, Sully can get in. All right, this time. All right. Since in this game, apparently Nathan is suffering from King Graham syndrome, where his bones are made of wafers. We have to be careful climbing down this part.
Yeah, basically, King Graham, and indeed the rest of his male family, if they so much as fall like a foot, they die.
Yeah.
So it's like Tintin in his games.
Yeah, in a way.
Except, actually not as bad, because I take it they don't get hurt by leaves.
Don't worry, Shiroi.
Or do they?
Don't worry, Shiroi. One of these days when we get around to doing that alternate King's Quest playthrough, you'll be able to see for yourself.
One thing, if there's one thing I wish YouTube had was like say for movies, they have like an alternate audio system where you can listen to like one track or another and so on.
All right, so
YouTube
Nathan,
isn't that kind, I don't think.
so yeah, we have to try and hurry and find Chloe and Cutter because, like they said, this place is full of Marlowe's agents, so they could be in danger.
Oh boy. So
And cutscene now.
Oh, cutscene. There we go.
Oh. Well, I was lucky.
Yep.
Wait, why?
Well, Talbot ambushed us at the chateau. It's a trap. We figured they must have all of you too. Well, definitely here. No kidding.
So we might want to think about keeping it down a little.
What happened to you two? We've been trying to reach you for over 24 hours. Oh, right. About my minutes.
Well, they're more competent than the Yorks.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Again?
There we go.
Jesus Christ, Webs, your queen is fucking like, I mean, 007 shit, and now part of an hermetic society.
Not just me, She-Boy as well. We're both from the same unit of countries.
Okay, fine. What is up with you?
Cheers.
What is up with your British and espionage and deception and shit?
We can explain.
I don't know. That's not something that's ever been explained to us. It's just something we've had to accept. It's our role in the universe.
Anyway, I was just going to say, these guys are more competent than the Orcs in Return of the King, where the Orc has the audacity to tell them to keep quiet when they're planning an ambush attack, even though they're all carrying torches. I love how I said that. The stairs.
Yeah, I love the actor who's playing Cutter is great. Like he has so much awesome British wit in his lines. Like he doesn't even have to make a joke to be entertaining. Like there's just something about the way he delivers his lines that's inherently funny.
Sarcasm, just naturally comes to this guy, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it comes to British people in general. Charlie Cotter is played by Graham McTavish.
Has he done anything else we'd know?
Let's see. He was in The Hobbit.
That's not really a good reference, but sure.
Outlander, Preacher. What of that TV series of Kung Fu Panda? Hobbit.
I never watched that. I don't think I had access to that.
Adventures of Mightiest Heroes. Was there anything I'd recognise? 24.
Anyway, we had, like Cutter said, we had to get to the top of the castle so we can take a good look at the stars, because the stars will point us in the right direction. All right, time for a stealth kill. Oh,
Are you paying attention to it?
Oh, sorry. I was looking up else this guy's done. He's done Casualty in The Bill and Taggart.
Oh.
Yeah, basically his early career, IAG as well. His early career has shows that only me and Shiwa will really recognise.
Yeah. The only one I ever really watched of those was The Bill.
Yeah, I actually watched the last episode.
I don't think I'd remember what the last episode was, but I must have done.
All right, moving on.
It was back in 2010.
All right, let's
Same.
see.
I probably did.
Let's see if we can also stealth kill this guy.
Same
on.
week GMTV
Come
got
on,
axed.
come on, turn around. There we are.
No,
That
the
week was
show's
hard.
getting axed.
That week was hard for me.
All right, let's see.
That'd be like if all of Jova's favourite shows got cancelled in like one day.
Oh, God.
That'd be awful.
All right. Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
All right, Plan B.
Yeah. So that little segment shows the kind of stuff you'll expect from me in Uncharted 4.
And Lost Legacy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing Lost Legacy too.
Well, originally it was meant to be an Uncharted 4, but well, how about
Yeah,
this?
sure. Yeah, I'll do that one too then. And if there's an Uncharted 5, I'm assuming you're going to do it.
Well, technically, Lost Legacy is 5, so it takes place after 4. It's just that doesn't star Nathan and Sully.
It's like people get afraid of numbering things after the number 3 or 4, so they just say, fuck it.
There's a stigma with numbers.
Yeah. It's like when Star Trek stopped naming their movies after 6.
Well, wasn't that more so because after 6 they used the cast from Star Trek.
Next Generation.
Yeah.
Although, hey, at least now we have a better Star Trek 1 and 3 than the other Star Trek 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, I'm not going to be wrong. I don't think Star Trek 3 is all that bad, but it's still a bit lacking compared to, 2 and 6 from the original series. Those are my favourite ones.
There we are. That was cool. All right. All right.
That kind of rhymes, I think.
All right. I guess this is the entrance. First, let's see if there's any ammo here.
Oh, do you mean the last message I post?
All right. Checking ammo for ammo. No, not here. Okay, I guess we're done here. All right.
Mm.
All right. Moving on. Yeah, this place looks friendly.
Well,
So-
about as friendly as every other place has looked.
There we go. All right. Ooh, there's guns here. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of ambush from the enemies. I'm sure these guns are only here for decoration.
They predicted it. But why would they give us the ammo if they're planning an ambush?
My guess is this they save this ammo for themselves, but and they're on top, but they don't know we're coming. Anyway, we found a medieval horseman.
In either case, these criminals are kind of dumb.
Well, Dwebs,
Dwebs,
Dwebs, you know your TV tropes. There's no such thing as a clever mook.
Actually, there is.
Well, Pedro, hey, remember Highlander 2, where the main villain's plan was so stupid, even one of his mooks called him out on it?
In fact, TV tropes has a page
But don't you see that? That's exactly the point. I mean, a mook saying something smart. I mean, he had to be slapped and put in his place. I mean, come on, you're disturbing the natural order of things.
Actually, Pedro, the order's already been broken. In fact, TV Tropes has a whole list of mooks actually being the smart ones.
You know, sometimes I need to take time to read through that because it sounds hilarious.
And I got myself a trophy.
Yes, you're right. Basically, you're right. TV Tropes is the most hilarious guide to basically all media you could possibly get. And they even have spoiler tags, so you won't spoil yourself.
Well, I'd suggest not going to...
Who needs guns? I can just punch my way through all of these.
I will make one suggestion, though. I wouldn't go to a page where something's only been out like a day.
Try not to go to a page of an Ace Attorney game that you haven't played yet. The spoiler tags will probably be very tempting.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind spoilers as long as it's not endgame spoilers.
Shiroi, trust me, you don't want to look at a bout of Ace Attorney spoilers, especially for the likes of 3 and 6. Those are chock full of them.
Yeah.
Spoilers, the game ends.
Spoilers. There's trials in it.
Spoilers. Phoenix is.
Spoilers, Maya gets arrested.
Spoilers, guys.
No, that's the one spoiler that will never mind people telling me because it all. I mean, we have yet to still see an Ace Attorney game that has Maya in it and where she doesn't get arrested at some point.
Well, there was. Ooh, well, that didn't go so well.
I'm half expecting, like, if this keeps going, I'm half expecting one day a police officer to just show up and Maya just stands up and is like, all right, I'm coming, I know this shtick.
Wait. I can see it right now. Phoenix and Maya go to a movie theater, and basically there's this woman named Sue Veneer, who basically offers this once-in-a-lifetime, all-one sort of relic sword for the newest Silver Samurai movie. Phoenix, of course, says...
My God, they're falling by the hundreds, the humanity!
Baby dead.
Yeah. And then, Troy, the next day, on the news, earlier today, this man named Mu the Premier was murdered by the one samurai sword souvenir who just happened to be held by this woman. And the Phoenix goes, good grief.
Good.
He knows what's coming.
What do you think? What does he think he is? Charlie Brown? Good grief.
Wait.
You know, Joba, honestly,
Yeah?
I wouldn't put it past the writers for that to be an actual plot in a future Ace Attorney game.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Jova kind of spoiled his fan fiction.
Hey, come to think of it, they haven't yet done they haven't yet done a case involving a movie theater yet, have they?
I don't think so. They've done magic, they've done music.
No, I don't think they have. Well, except for Ace Attorney 7, I guess.
Oh, giddy. Oh, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Ace Attorney 7. I won't spoil what happens at the end, but let's just say, you know how originally they were planning for there to be, like, an Ace Attorney Blue and an Ace Attorney Red, one following Phoenix and one following Apollo? I think that may actually be the case for Ace Attorney games going on from now.
Well, that means the game's going to be shit because it's a Pokemon ripoff now.
Well, then again, as you showed me in a tweet, where Pokemon is now a Steven Universe ripoff because...
And Steven Universe is a Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff.
Everything
And
is
Sonic the Hedgehog is a Dragon Ball Z ripoff.
Even though
everything is
everyone
a rip.
forgets that Sonic is actually getting inspiration from the book that Dragon Ball Z got inspiration from.
Everybody ripped off everybody else.
Yeah.
Nothing
Nothing is original.
Although, to be fair, sometimes originality can be a bit overrated. Inside Out, anyone? Basically, Inside Out kind of takes a bit of inspiration from certain movies that weren't as good as Inside Out, let's just say.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just because something's original doesn't mean it's good. Jupiter Ascending.
You hear that, Shyamalan?
Kimba.
Wait. Jupiter Ascending, Dwibs? How exactly is Jupiter Ascending original? It rips off practically every sci-fi movie known to man.
I'm trying to give the Wachowskis a little bit of lead.
Question, Dwibs.
Valiant effort, Dwibs. Very valiant.
Have you seen Doug's review of it?
Yes, I have.
Then you know, he even has a rip-off pot where he counts all of the rip-offs.
Oh, snap.
Well, but then again, it's hard to tell when something's an homage or when it's a rip-off.
Oh, well...
Wait. Guys, going back to the Maya discussion...
Okay, let me just to bring back
wow,
this...
he still took the nut in the hit.
Just to bring this back to the game, this guy, in case you guys forgot, this is now my third time fighting this specific mook. Dude, I've beaten the crap out of you like 3 times now, and you keep coming back. Are you sure you get paid enough?
Well, honestly,
Maybe
honestly,
he's
Paige-
into that.
Honestly, Pedro, he's a guy who can take constant kicks to the nuts. Those tend to be extra resilient guys.
And also, Pedro, Jaws from the Bond movies? That guy's his cousin.
Yeah.
Of course. But you know what? It'll all finally end for Maya when she gets her ultimate trial. Maya will be dead, but she will get spirit channeled, and thus God will have her judged because she'll be accused of murdering someone while being spirit channeled. Who else to defend her but Ace Angel Phoenix Wright, risen from the ashes?
Well, it's interesting.
Now we're hitting fan fiction territory.
It's actually possible Dwebs, because this is technically a 007 movie.
Yep.
Yeah, all we're missing is the guitar theme. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, time to do some
In fact-
stargazing.
In fact, I have a plan for recording a James Bond game in the near future.
Is that the GoldenEye one?
I'll be doing the GoldenEye since I still have my Nintendo 64 in the game.
Besides, Joe, but that's not the
which
GoldenEye I was
GoldenEye
thinking.
one?
The
That's not
original
the
one.
Golden-
The Nintendo
Besides, Joe,
64. Go ahead.
that's not the GoldenEye I was thinking of anyway.
He's mentioning GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which is basically a game that used the GoldenEye name for brand recognition, even though it has nothing to do with the Nintendo 64 classic.
But Pedro,
Oh yeah, didn't that game suck?
but Pedro, remember,
More or less. Go ahead.
but Pedro, he has a golden eye.
Ha 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 ha.
But
Yeah,
I don't
you're so
recall there
clever.
actually being a GoldenEye. Well, at least on the at least on the character in the actual GoldenEye.
Well,
thing.
Joe, apparently according to that game's story, the character you play as lost his eye, so they replaced it with a golden one.
We've got to find. Okay, guys.
I've even
We've got
playing
to
as
find.
Bond in that game.
We've got to find the North Star. So be on the lookout for Kenshiro from.
Hang on,
From
where's
what?
where's the fist?
Ha!
I'm looking.
Fist of the North Star.
I'm looking, Dwibs. Hold on.
Just look for the Big Dipper.
Fist.
You can't miss it.
There it is.
Guys. Yeah, just a minute. That can't be that simple.
When is it ever that simple?
Oh, whoa, Jesus!
All right, run.
Okay, now let's play a game of Duck, Duck, Goose, and Run.
From rocket launchers.
They have rocket launchers. Why did it have to be rocket launchers?
Like they give a shit.
Well, honestly, Dubes, can you imagine how much more money people would make off of these historical findings
Yeah.
instead of, trying to chase the MacGuffin? I mean, sometimes you have to wonder when to just quit and maybe profit off of what you currently have.
Anyway, this is actually one of the toughest battle sections in the game. Mostly because of the rocket,
Rocket
launchers.
launchers.
Take a rocket launcher to the face, and it's pretty much an instant kill. So you have to be really careful
Well,
in
of
this.
course it is.
Yeah.
So
And let's be honest, even easy mode wouldn't be able to dignify you living through a rocket launcher.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
with Nathan.
I haven't tried this on Explorer mode. I'm playing on easy mode just for the sake of making my recording process easier. But I've yet to try this game on Explorer mode.
That
Okay,
said, though, it's
don't
kind of
worry.
awkward because Nathan Drake can apparently take a lot of punishment if a PlayStation All-Stars Royale is anything to go off of.
I
Don't worry,
recommend.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, don't worry, Nate. All you gotta do is
Fuck.
leap into the air and bounce on a rocket that will send it flying somewhere else.
well,
And you can use that rocket's thrust to fire a rocket launcher back at them, and it will explode.
I
There's
recommend.
just one problem,
Fuck.
Gibbs, though. That would leave a lot of shrapnel that would probably bury itself into his skin.
Fortunately, it wasn't a direct hit. I recommend using the sniper rifle in this section because since you'll be able to target from very far and kill them in one shot, so it's very useful for this section.
Sorry, kid, but I think you just brought a sniper to a missile fight.
No, okay. I propose, maybe not like a on-screen counter, but one we can keep mentally in our heads. When I do Uncharted
Yeah,
4,
what was that, Dwibs?
maybe as like a mental count or something we can all do in our heads for when we do Uncharted 4.
What?
We add a count every time I get to a level where we have a recommended weapon, but I don't actually use it. And that's the
Glibs, that would
Here's the
require.
better idea.
Do you have any idea how hard it will be for whoever edits that commentary?
No, Pedro,
Wait.
like I said, you don't need to use text, we just use our minds.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Dwibs. That's
How
the,
do we even convey that to the audience? Unless you're Magneto.
But that's the thing, Dwibs. It's
Savior.
But that's the thing, Dwibs. It's easy to see lightning strike twice in the same place than seeing you play stealthily.
Okay. Here's a question. Then, out of the people here, who has a pretty high tolerance?
For
I
what?
have a high tolerance.
For what?
Sure,
specific-
Roy, how would you like to do a drinking game for every time Dwibs does that? That'll be.
Oh,
a good
you
way
mean?
to keep
Oh, you mean?
track.
Oh, you mean alcohol
Oh.
tolerance? Okay.
Oh, alcohol tolerance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I didn't.
All right.
You must have
I
cut.
like
Okay.
that.
I can't do it, I'm recording the game.
I mustn't.
All right then, everyone. Tune in for Uncharted 4, where Pedro and Shuroi will induce a drinking game for every time Dwibs does.
No, thank you. I don't want to succumb to alcohol poisoning.
So Shiroi then will be our
It might be the first time I'll actually be drunk in a commentary.
Nice.
I've been drunk like 3 to 4 times.
So let's see. We've seen drunk Dwibs, we've seen drunk Pedro, we've seen drunk Tio. Maybe we'll finally get to see drunk Shiroi.
What about drunk Jova?
Jova doesn't drink.
I don't really like the taste of alcohol. It tastes like crap.
Ha, get it because the word crap appeared on screen. Ha 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 ha. Perfect timing, Jova.
I have pumpkin spice Baileys. That'll be perfect.
Interesting.
I'll probably be having cider by Christmas.
All right.
Oh!
I'm drinking
South
cider right
African
now.
cider, Dwibs.
What kind of cider is it, Shiri?
Elderflower.
Hey, Shiroi.
I'm more of a Strongbow guy myself.
Hey, sure, that reminds me of a funny story. Let's just say Dwibs has this grudge with this certain South African director, and during one of his movies, Dwibs kind of resorted to drinking South African cider.
Ooh. Well, I'm drinking
got-
Copperberg, so...
And I got drunk off it.
You Brits and your cider. Anyway, we're supposed to get to that entrance, which should have the...
Ignis? Ignis, is that you?
No, Webs. Sorry.
Well, Tio seems to like our cider.
Yeah. Also, no, Pedro, you killed Ignis, you monster. He's my favourite 15 character.
Of course he's your... Wait. Dwibs, aside from his British accent and his British mannerisms and his British everything, what about him makes him your favorite?
He's the funniest.
That's
Let me
it.
guess, because of his British humor.
Yeah.
Not to mention, actually, it's possible, Joel, because Jim Sterling's favorite is also Ignis.
Funny, because, well...
We naturally gravitate to the Brits as British people.
That's
not
it.
because...
I've come up with a new recipe.
That's
Oh,
odd,
can I
because...
test it?
Yes.
That's odd, because from what I've heard, Dwibs' favorite gems are Ruby and Pearl, who aren't British sounding.
Ha! I made that guy explode.
Well, then again, I like Ruby, but, well, she's only from what I've seen so far, she's only appeared the once.
Yeah.
She does appear more, but not much.
Alright.
As we all
You
know.
know, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually curious. Why is Pearl your favorite? Aside from Ruby.
Well, it's mostly because of her fighting style. I like swords and acrobatics.
True, yeah. And it's funny, Rob Walker's favorite is also Pearl, but that's sort of because of how much of a textbook psychosis case she is.
I just wish she would fucking chill out at sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Although I gotta say, she would make a psychologist dirty, stinking rich.
I get that she's supposed to be the responsible one of the group.
Yes, she would.
I get that she's supposed to be the more responsible one of the group, but Jesus Christ,
Holy cow! That bald guy looked like the main bad guy from Uncharted 2.
He's his brother come to get revenge and
Hey,
failed.
you were saying, Pedro, go back.
I was saying that I get that Pearl is the supposed to be the responsible one, but Jesus Christ, like she goes overboard with it.
Admittedly, I guess I kind of get where she's coming from by the episode. What was that episode with the robot fight called? Oh yeah, Back to the Barn.
That episode, I'm not gonna say which scene, but oh my god.
Yeah. Let's just say, Dwibs, Pearl's mannerisms kind of get explained by Back to the Barn in full.
Oh, I thought you were gonna die there.
All right,
Pew, pew, pew. Oh, wait, no, right. I mean...
died. Time to kill. Time to kill. It's me.
That's the one you're looking for.
It's me versus Discount Hitman.
Yeah.
But they're never good as the original. Also, did they just shoot themselves? Well,
Actually, no, it was Cutter. Remember, Cutter is helping me.
Oh, right. He looks a bit similar to some of the mooks. It's a bit sometimes hard to tell.
Well, not really. I mean, all the mooks are dressed in tuxedos, where he's
Oh my
dressed
god!
in.
If they
God!
were-
That guy went complete ragdoll
Also,
towel there.
so wow, if these guys were trying to pull off Hitman cosplays, they're even worse than Hitman Agent 47.
What?
Dwibs.
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
Dweb's seal of disapproval.
Well, yeah. I mean, go on, Pedro. Remember who co-wrote that movie?
No, I mean like the cosplays, not the movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
I like cosplay.
oh, there you go. We found
I love cosplay.
we found the entrance,
I don't mind cosplay.
and there's nothing in it.
Oh.
I'm starting to.
Been had.
I'm starting to think Francis was just trolling us.
Well, Francis Drake was a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the
I
real
got it,
Francis
guys.
Drake.
He buried it on the moon.
But Cutter thinks we're missing something.
Yeah, I guess we might as well try and look thoroughly after everything we had to fight our way just to get to.
Are we going to space?
Yeah, above and below.
Pedro, do we get to go to space in this game?
No.
Oh.
I'm actually surprised they never went there.
So we have to look for that symbol, probably.
Then again, Jova, going to space is usually, not always, but usually the code name is usually like a
code
hint
name
that,
for-
that the franchise has a franchise has no idea what it's doing anymore. Ice Age.
Zexel.
Call of Duty?
Did Zexel... Zexel didn't know from the beginning, but whatever. It never actually...
Well, to be fair, Pedro, we all had the...
thing you're referring to?
Yeah. Remember, Pedro, we all had that thought in our heads when we heard that Zexel was supposed to be dueling in space after 5Ds was car games on motorcycles, and they actually managed to pull that off. But dueling in space being the main theme when we kind of technically had already done that anyway...
Okay, so it should
Little did
be
we know how
above...
bad it would really be.
So we found the symbol, so it should be somewhere around here. There we go.
And we're using the scope of a
We have
gun
to try and solve a
of
puzzle
course.
using Great. We have to try and read hieroglyphics from far away at night.
Actually, no, Duez, we're gonna get closer. But first we have to get... But first we have to get rid of more discount hitmen.
Nice of those guys to wait.
Yeah. That was nice of them.
Okay, they're actually shooting so much that they're taking out the ruins. Unless it's someone else aiding us.
Actually, no. Sully is right there on top of the other side, helping us out with rocket launcher.
Ah, that's what it did. Anyway, grenade!
Grenade!
Don't worry, Jova. Pedro's got a good sense of eyes. Has got good eyesight and a good sense of danger.
Thank you.
And also, again, I know we might have mentioned this before, but I love how completely opposite mine and Pedro's gameplay style is with the series. Pedro prefers to take things more methodically. I just charge right into it.
Out of all the games I'm set up to record, you'll only see me doing 5 minutes of stealth.
Hey, Shira, that
Sonic?
could be. Hey, Shira, I just thought of a game you could do.
No, Spyro. Spyro.
Oh, right.
That's why.
Spyro 2.
That's why me and Jova have to take care of the whole Metal Gear series.
Actually, I had an idea,
could-
I had an idea for something Shira could do, or I could do.
Right.
If you give me a Metal Gear game, it would be a disaster.
How
Exactly.
about Mary Gear Solid?
What?
Wait, how about what?
Mary
Oh,
Gear Solid.
Oh, the Christmas Solid games. Sure, if you like.
I've heard about. I know Johnny reviewed them, but I haven't watched it because stuff. You
They're
know,
pretty good from what I've seen.
Well, that guy.
are they canon technically, or are they just
No,
a
they're
pain?
just fan games.
It's because he had.
Oh, okay.
It's because he had a bullet vest, Dubs. So I had to shoot him in the face.
Even though you kind of shot him through the vest in his armpit, so that should have taken him down.
I just wish you had a gun that had armor-piercing bullets.
Dwibs, there's a reason we make bulletproof vest. To pretty much stop anything short of a missile.
If the bulletproof vest is acceptable to bullets, then it's not a very good bulletproof vest, now is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Dwebs, let's not forget how useful the bulletproof vest comes to the main characters in Person of Interest.
True.
Yeah, it's like bulletproof vests are their favorites thing.
Someday we'll make missile-proof vests.
That will, well, Jova. if someone can actually come up with time travel proof vests, I guess anything's possible.
Well, see, the only issue is like, well, by the time we make missile-proof vest, it'll be to the point where we've evolved so that our face, hands, and everything not covered by the vest is immune to missiles. And it's just the part covered by the vest that is susceptible to missiles.
I'm not even kidding, Shiroi. In Quantum Break, there are soldiers that have time travel proof suits. Don't ask me how that works.
Now, you're probably thinking, Shiroi, that sounds...
I've learned not to question things, so...
Well, let me put it like this, Shiroi. The way I gauge a time-traveling story is like, well, okay, I usually judge a time-traveling story on two merits. One, how that time-traveling story, of course, addresses the usual thing of, oh, this is time travel. And two, if that time-travel story can make cool enough rules and actually follow them. The problem is
Like
that
Back
a
to
lot
the
of the
Future.
games we've been commentating on, for some reason, fail to meet the second merit. Because, okay, stuff like Quantum Break and Final Fantasy 13-2, okay. So they make rules for time travel, so you'd think that by making those rules, they make it easier on themselves. But no, they fail at their own rules. That's when I can really tell that you have failed at doing a time travel story.
I have a rule.
Go ahead.
Why not have a story where you have to be really careful with how you time travel and when you do it, because you can only
Ghost Trick.
Yeah.
No. What I'm trying to say is have a story where a character can only time travel once, like a return journey.
Well,
So you have to-
that would kind of be a sucky time travel. Wait. Hold on. By once, do you only mean like, once within each team to change the timeline?
Yeah.
Ghost
And
Trick.
you also have to be careful with how you change the timeline, because once you change it, you can't just go back and try and do that again. Otherwise, you'll run into yourself and cause a paradox.
So, Metal Gear Solid 3,
Sure. All right.
where you actually can create a time paradox, albeit, I guess, not by meeting yourself.
All right, everybody.
Oh, I get what you mean. Wait, are you referring to that as in, like, well, a story plot of a game or a story plot of anything?
Well,
Anything really.
'Cause
anyway,
lots of games have done the whole paradox of meeting yourself thing. Harry Potter free, anyone?
everybody. In the next part, we move deeper into the castle, shall we say? So see you then.
Yes, we will.
See ya.